Hey guys, this is Dustin Maverick, leader of Excalibur Gaming, and I'm here to have a discussion. So, a lot of people probably wouldn't have known this about me, like just watching my recordings and not really taking into consideration, or if you watch my live streams, you'd know this, but I'm a FNAF theorist. I'm one of the theorists. I'm one of the people that point out the shit and then make theories. And I decided to finally make a video, okay? My little sister here is with me, and she's also one of them.
Okay.
And this new teaser looks like it says nothing. Okay, right off the bat, it looks like it says nothing. But it actually answers a few things. For one of the things that everyone was saying, like, is this in a factory? Is this in, like, some sort of underground facility? Is this a type of circus? Or some sort of circus attraction or circus setup? For one, you got this saying that get back on your stage. Okay, so we've never had something that direct before. We've not, like, it's always been like, everybody please stay in your seats and the show will begin soon. But stage, there's very few types of industries that have a stage, and one of them is a circus. So now it kind of seems that everything is pushing it to be some sort of attraction. Like, I don't know. What would you think, though?
I don't think it is an attraction just by one of the first teasers in itself.
Which one was it?
I think it was the very first. Where you were in the elevator, and it was.
Oh, you mean the actual trailer?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like an underground sort of attraction. Like, it's buried or something similar. Like, everything points towards it being some sort of circus, but then that trailer throws all of that out the window of that elevator and says nuh-uh.
Ooh.
And trust me, we are caught up to date. We've listened and like stalked all the other theorists, all the other main theorists, and have listened and listened and listened. So it's not like we don't know everything. We know all the theories and everything like that. But it's not just this picture that is so significant. It's this picture brightened up that's significant. When you look at this picture brightened up, one of the biggest things that you'll see is that there's a giant fucking glaring beam of light that's trying to be comedic. But no, one of the biggest things you see is that there are 4 animatronics in the background, as well as this giant ring light. And I sent you the image, Red, so you should have had some time. I didn't give her much before I started this to kind of look at it. So what do you think?
They are clearly like a small version of ballerinas. Like, I don't know what it's called. Like, smaller versions. Do you know what we had, the Freddles?
Yeah,
Maybe they're like the smaller versions of the ballerina, and like could come out at you.
It seems like Scott has an obsession with like Freddles like characters ever since fucking FNAF 4. Like, we've got Baby, then we've got Bitty Babs, okay, and now we have Belladora and Minireenas. That's a little ominous.
I have just gone onto Scott Games' website and opened
The source code?
the source code, and I was just looking through it, and it says under the HTML head title Scott Games, it says name equals Animo, which I think refers to the animatronic. Animatronic 1 Baby Mon. So it's obviously a small version of the.
I can actually look right now. And this is the source code. So. Oh, no. You do realize what that is, right?
No.
Okay, so from name equals to content equals on that line, that's a schedule.
Okay.
So animatronic 1 Baby Monday, okay, booked Tuesday or Monday booked, Tuesday available, Wednesday booked, Thursday booked, Friday available, Saturday private, Sunday maintenance. And then animatronic 2 Ballerina, or is it Balladora? Whatever. Monday booked, Tuesday booked, Wednesday booked, Thursday booked, Friday booked, Saturday private, Sunday maintenance. And that's how that goes. Until the end. With the animatronic 5 out of service. Or out of service, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get client directory 01 Chica's Party World, birthday accessories, novelties. Then you get client directory 2 private birthday booking, children entity, birthday props, novelties. And then client directory 3 criminal institute, project, and then service log maintenance, cooperatively Afton Robotics. And neither of us have read The Silver Eyes, but
I'm guessing it.
I am too. But I'm going to say right now that Afton Robotics is very, very significant, simply because the co-owner, this is somewhat of a spoiler, but it's very big information that you need to know. The co-owner of Freddy Fazbear Entertainment, or Fazbear Entertainment, is William Afton, and he was the one that committed the murders. Okay, that's a big spoiler, but it is critical information for doing this stuff. So Afton Robotics, and he's also the guy that created the animatronics. He originally was the one that designed them and produced them. So Afton Robotics makes a big part of this. Like, it puts pieces of the puzzle together with this whole situation. Now, it's just, this doesn't answer much. It really doesn't. But it's almost as if we've gotten all of the animatronics in line. We've gotten Baby, we've gotten all of them on stage with their all shining gloriness with the actual trailer. And then now we had Baby, and presumably Ennard, and then presumably the Biddy Baps, and now presumably the Minireenas. But it's a little confusing as to what he means. When I initially saw this, when he says get back on your stage now, period, I went and immediately checked the Steam store, because I thought he meant now is the time that he's releasing it. But that's obviously not the case. It's still not up. I don't know. What were your thoughts when you seen this?
Yeah, it was like, now is very directive, and that game is now, like, it's coming now directly.
But that's not the case. Have you checked Steam right now?
No, I've checked. It's not on there.
It's just a little perplexing as to why he would have put this teaser out, like, literally at this present second and say now. It raises a lot of red flags. It really does. But, I don't know. Give me 1 second, guys. And we're back. Sorry, my brother knocked on my door. Shit, I forgot my train of thought.
I just want to quickly talk about the actual, like, before the stage, like, it has light and obviously power, so it would obviously, like, mean light and all the attractions which are on the animatronics. But its placing is weird. It's all I find. It wouldn't be directly in front of the stage, it would be off stage. Because in front of the stage where the audience would be, it's this plinth almost is just smack bang in the middle, providing the power and light for the show, and it wouldn't be that. So I just find it is weird.
Yeah. That is really weird, actually. Because if it's going to be in front, it would be, you know, under the stage.
Yeah.
Like in the front of the crowd on, like, a board below the stage. Not necessarily under it, but, like, lower than the stage is in front of it. Not directly in the middle, obscuring all view. That is really weird. Why is it there?
Unless we take into account that it's a raised audience seats, and this is like a small arena below where the show is happening.
I have no clue. That is a really good question. Like, why the hell would that be there?
I want you generically think that, oh, it'll just be one button, like, for the show to start. It wouldn't be two.
Yeah, normally it'd be one switch and it just powers everything.
Yeah.
Not two for direct power and then light power. That makes no sense. You would have one jumper switch to turn everything on, not two separate switches.
Or unless we take another thing into account, that the second switch is for the animatronics.
That would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Okami on stream is, what if this whole power box doesn't actually power anything on stage? What if it powers some sort of backup battery reserve plugged into the animatronics? I don't know, though. There are still so many freaking questions. Like,
it is so peculiar. Just where the power source is coming from, it is a fixed switch, and usually you wouldn't have it directly where it is. It'll be either against a wall, or you'll be able to pick it up. It is fixed. It is tethered down. This is what is so weird about this.
Not only that, it's like you said, it would normally be against a wall or something, like almost like a light switch. But this one is like on two pieces of steel, like elevated above the stage, which is so peculiar. And obviously the cable has to go somewhere, so of course it's going to go downwards and towards the animatronics and everything. But the fact that it is elevated in the first place by itself, not against a wall, in front of everything, is the weirdest part. This barely makes any sense. Like I said, there's so many questions still unanswered. When did Scott say he was going to release Sister Location? This fall?
I think so.
It is coming up. We literally have 2 more months and then it is technically fall, so...
But we never know the exact...
Well, knowing Scott,
release.
he's going to release it later this week. Knowing Scott. He's going to say, coming this fall. Sorry, it's 2.5 months in advance. Like, that's probably what this is actually symbolizing, is that it's coming soon. Like, it's the last flippin' teaser. We have been able to see and scope out all 8 of the animatronics? 7 animatronics. Like, we know what they all look like now. It's just a matter of getting the game and knowing how these characters fit in to the alleged story.
If
Which...
these were animatronics, it wouldn't be saying, get back on your stage now. It would... If the animatronics, they are not sentient. Unless the person saying it knew about the souls that they are possessed.
That's kind of where 8-Bit Gaming went into a little bit with their Theory Thursday. They were talking about the fact that maybe none of the animatronics are technically possessed. Maybe this Ennard character is the one that is sentient and was the first animatronic worked on, and he has a soul. But you remember the teaser back when we got to see Ennard? It said there's a little of me in every body, not everybody.
Yeah.
So maybe he's the one pulling the strings behind the curtains, so to speak.
Yeah. But it is still peculiar. Unless the person saying it knew about the animatronics, like, that they basically have some sort of conscience.
And
it would be weird.
Once again, that's another thing that 8-Bit Gaming and Razbowski and Daco went into. Shout out to Raz, my boy. Is the fact that maybe this isn't a factory or a carnival like we think it is. Maybe it is the soul factory of the man himself, William Afton. And maybe with the whole client directory that says Criminal Institute with Afton Robotics, maybe he has been, and I actually brought this up to you before, maybe this entire institute or this entire facility isn't exactly a factory. Maybe it is a testing ground for Purple Guy. Like, imagine, so you're a killer, okay? You've killed almost 22 children, and you see these weird events happening where you kill these children, and one day your animatronics that you built, you created, you designed, and you worked on and know how to maintain are all of a sudden acting weird, and they're taking up a conscience. You're crazy, you're insane. You go back to your factory and try to mimic it and recreate it with your own animatronics away from a pizzeria. 30 years later, we get Sister Location, which is the kind of telling of a successful trial of him doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary, is now we have all teasers leaked. We know what we're looking at. And what's scary is, to me at least, isn't the teasers or what's going to come up as a theory. What's scary to me is, who the hell do we play?
Yeah. We could play Afton.
We could play William Afton. Yeah, we could play as him. Or we could be some random security guard happening to... Because everywhere, like what Daco said, everywhere needs security. Like, it needs some form of security, right?
Yeah.
What if we play as some random security guard intervening, or no, not intervening, interviewing with Purple Guy? Like, he's telling us what we need to do, what we have to do, what we need to look out for, and he would be more knowledgeable about this stuff, or he would be very secretive, one of the two.
But if we're saying security guards, there wouldn't be just one. If we just, even the elevator just says, well, this is a big ass place. Well, there'll be obviously more than one at any one time. So if we play as a security guard, then are we on a different floor? Does one security guard manage one floor?
I was about to say, maybe we play a separate wing from everyone else, kind of like a prison, where you have different wings and blocks. Like, you would have A wing, B wing, C wing, and D wing, and then there would be A block, B block, C block inside of those wings for different prisoners. Maybe we play a different wing of the facility.
Yeah.
Rather than one floor. Actually, you know what? A floor would be a lot easier to maintain than a fucking wing. Because, yeah. Unless it was kind of like a school wing where there's only like 12 classrooms, so there's only like 12 rooms in a cafeteria. That would be easier to maintain. But if we're talking like a prison wing, there's no way. You got like 48 rooms. Or 24 blocks, and each of those have 12 rooms. No, there's no way. But that's a really good question. Are there multiple security guards?
And would see them? Or during the nights would we like see a disappearance? Like every night one security guard disappears, and it is unknown, and Afton has to come in, and maybe an eventual is death.
Well, just canonically, judging by this being Afton Robotics, this would take place before 3, because, like, canonically, Purple Guy or William Afton dies in Springtrap.
Yeah.
That's also a good question. If this doesn't take place before Fazbear's Fright or FNAF 3, is it his son or his kin?
Like a William Afton Jr.
Yeah. Like.
But I would have thought, like, not to follow in the father's footsteps unless the kid was curious. It's like, oh, all these weird, strange things are happening. My father has just disappeared randomly, and I want to know why.
It's just, I would love to play as William, simply because, and not because my own sadistic fantasies. That's not it. The reason is because this makes me think of some fan games, and trust me, if anyone's watching this that has not played any FNAF fan games, do so. Like, you need to. And one in particular that this makes me think of is Final Nights 2, Sins of the Father. Because in that game, you do actually get to play William Afton. Literally 7 nights before the Springtrap incident. And you get to see in full 3D on night 7, you get to see in full 3D him going under the tables and ducking and diving and dodging and weaving through all of the different areas to try and dodge Shadow Freddy and then take the animatronics out before the puppet comes and scares him back into the suit, which he then has a springlock failure and dies. It's really cool, but it is really freaking scary. Like, wow, it's scary, and it's really creative as well. But that just makes me think, I really do want to play as William Afton, because in that game you get 2 different endings. but it all depends on what you do. You get the ending, you get the purple guy ending, which is the good ending, where you kill both children that you have a chance to kill, or you get, actually there's 3 endings. There's the purple guy ending, there's the mediocre ending, which is you kill the first kid but not the second one, and then there's the good guy ending, where you don't kill either. And it just, I kind of want to play as William, because imagine that. You would be literally playing as the killer, having a chance to either not kill or to kill. And depending on what you do, like, determines the ending you get. I don't know. Am I the only one in that? Like, I think that would be a really cool thing for Scott to do. Hello?
Yeah, that would be... Would you see... I'm just wondering, like, after all these killings, would he be affected anyway psychologically? Or would you see maybe the hallucination, like Golden Freddy in FNAF 1? Would you see stuff?
Well, if we're taking this, like, psychologically and more chronologically dating back to killers of the past as well as killers of the present, and we look at the trauma they endure, their first victim is always the hardest, and it's normally the one that haunts them. So if we're dating and not dating back, if we're looking back at his first victim, which is presumably the puppet, that would be the one that haunts him.
Yeah, is this a way of saying, well, the puppet is said to be in every game, is this the way the puppet's going to be in this game?
I don't know. All I know is we got a 30-minute video out of this discussion.
Yeah, you might want to stop.
Yeah. So that was a little in-depth on literally the first video of FNAF that I've done. And it was pretty in-depth on how much we actually know and how much we actually think about this. Because literally, it's getting to the point where I go to sleep at night and I see Foxy and fucking Chica jump scaring me. It's to that point. Like, I close my eyes and it's just behind my eyes while I'm sleeping. I've gotten so used to it. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Dustin Maverick, leader of Excalibur Gaming. And, yeah. See you guys.